Let's see if that works. Good morning. Anybody out there yet? No. All right, folks. I don't know what's going on with my phone. I can't get it to stay on a horizontal shot. But anyway, looks like it's working now. I hope it is. Let's get these donuts rolling. Well, I got in the van, plenty of time to spare. And yeah, I don't know what's going on with this phone. Anyway, here we go. It is Friday morning, March the 6th, right? And we got, what, 44 degrees here in Hampstead. Feels pretty nice out there, you know what I'm saying. Very foggy, so it's kind of damp. Yeah, let's go after this guy. Friday commutes are a little bit less traffic. All right, here we go. I hope this is live. I mean, it is live, but I hope it's public. It looked like it was. We'll see. We'll find out. Either that or I'll just do this trip by myself and post it later. You'll also notice that it doesn't have my normal thumbnail because when I tried to start it up like I usually do, it wanted to be vertical. I had that problem yesterday. I don't know what I did. I didn't really do anything to my phone. I don't know. Anyway. All right, let's get on. Let's get on with the day. 44 degrees, foggy. I think this weekend it's going to be kind of cloudy. You know, it's getting warmer, but it's going to be cloudy. But Monday and Tuesday look spectacular. Sunny, warm. So I'm excited about that. Is that, you know, I work less hours on Mondays and Tuesdays, so I'll have my afternoons or my mornings. I might actually sit in the sun. I mean, we're talking like 70 degrees. So that's like sit out and absorb some sun, get some vitamin D. I'm probably deficient, although I do drink a lot of milk. I drink milk and I eat yogurt, so I'm probably doing okay with vitamin D. All right. See there, they've got the commuter spirit. All right, so let's see what's going on. So this morning, I was watching a little bit of John's live stream from yesterday, and he's got this new thing now where we're seeing planes, and they're really cool views of the plane. It's like this road must go right next to the end of a runway. And so we've had some really cool looking planes fly over. And I was gonna, you know, sometimes I make a comment and mark the time. So I was gonna do that, but then they started talking about how I guess he said the word boom when he saw the plane go over. And I didn't think anything of it. Like, I think, but then during the drive, they started talking about whether that, well, that's probably not a good thing to say when you're looking at a plane. I don't think boom is a problem. I think bomb is a problem. But I don't think boom is a problem. Like, I wouldn't have thought anything of that. Like, it was just like, boom, there it is, you know? But anyway, so I didn't mark it. John, if you're listening to this, that's why I didn't do that last night, because I was like, well, or this morning from last night. Because I thought, well, maybe he doesn't want that section of the live stream pointed out. Which I just now did, but I don't think anybody's going to tie the two together. That would be a really dedicated person who was trying to find a problem. But anyway. But the planes, it's definitely a cool thing. We've got a road like that near Baltimore, Washington International. I mean, I'm kind of inspired to go down there and see if I can get some footage. I would just stop. They have like a park where you can park your car and just kind of like spend some time watching them coming in and out. Maybe one day I'll do that, but I don't want to do it right now because, you know, I'll be like, oh, John just did it, so now I'm going to go out and do it. I don't want to be that guy, you know what I mean? So, anyway, but very cool footage. Actually, the one that I saw this morning from yesterday was, it seemed like it was slower. Like it went across the screen a little slower, I think. The one before was Southwest Airlines. This one, I couldn't make it out. But anyway. I mean, I didn't run it back slowly. But it is really foggy this morning. Also, I'm curious to see how my video looks today, because yesterday I threw the Starlink on top of my car, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna drive. I had an appointment in the morning, so I thought, well, when I get out of the appointment, I will drive. I'll take a detour on my way home and drive past the decoration house to see if they've been taken down. I didn't think they would be, though, because it's been kind of rainy and yucky, but I figured I'd do it anyway. So I got online yesterday for a little bit when I was driving past that. But the video quality was horrible. Like, the folks that watch my videos are very nice people, because nobody said anything to me yesterday, but it was, I don't know. I don't know why it was so bad. I'm wondering whether the phone wasn't picking up the Starlink and whether it connected to my other phone. I don't think it did, but that's how bad the video was. Like, even in a very clear open spot, it wasn't picking up. It must have been getting a really bad signal. Either that, or maybe they're shooting down. Maybe there's, because of this conflict, maybe they're shooting down the Starlinks. Because it was bad. I was looking at it, I'm like, okay. I'm surprised that nobody jumped in and said, hey, I feel like I'm playing Minecraft. That's what everybody usually does. But nobody said that. And then I thought, well, this is worse than Minecraft. I mean, there were moments during that it was more like Pong. If anybody remembers Pong, you know what I mean. It was like the first most basic game where all you have is like two little paddles and a ball going back and forth across the screen. That's pretty much what some of my video looked like yesterday, and nobody said anything. But hopefully today we don't have that issue. Today this windshield is going to be a little gunked up. But actually it doesn't look too bad right now. And it's foggy. Oh, and one more thing. So yesterday, I told you I had the car link on top of my car. And at the end of the live stream, I went to Walmart, did some shopping. Well, I got out of my car. I'm in the Walmart parking lot, middle of all the, not just in the middle of everything. There's my car. I got out of my car, I went into Walmart, totally didn't even think about the fact that the Starlink was sitting on top of my car. And it's a car, so anybody can see it. It's not like, even if it's on the van, you kind of have to be standing back a little bit to see it, because of the height. But, no, it's sitting on top of my car. I go in, actually, they're still on too. And I go into Walmart, I do the shopping, and I come out, and I didn't think about it then either. I loaded up my car. I can't believe I didn't look at the top of my car, but I loaded up my car with a few bags and pulled away. And then I was like a quarter of the way home, and I'm thinking, I think my Starlink was on top of my car. I wonder if it's still there. Because I didn't think I was using it, but I think I was, because the cell phone that is connected to the music was working. But I didn't put that together in my head really at the moment. So I drove home thinking, I wonder if the Starlink is gone. But no, it was there. It was there. So the people in Westminster are very honest people. I don't think there's really anything. If somebody stole a Starlink, there's nothing they could do with it anyway. I thought about this. I mean, they could try to sell it to somebody, but it could be deactivated, and it would be deactivated with no hope of ever being turned on. I mean, it's very easy for Starlink people to deactivate the device. I think. I don't know that for 100%, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. So yeah, I had a few interesting things happen to me yesterday. A crappy video. I mean, it was so bad that I almost didn't even post it. Like, don't go back and look at it now. Don't do it. But I almost did post it, but then I'm like, no, I want to be consistent.
Team C says a feel-good Starlink story. That's a nice way to end the week. However, you may want to leave a reminder note on your steering wheel.
Yes. Good morning, Mookie. No, you're right. That would be a good idea, or something. You would. You would think that having the phone in the window would be kind of a clue, but I guess that was the first time I tested it. I tested the Starlink in my car one time, but I've never really used it since then. So it's been months. I was completely out of my routine. And I got thrown off because the phone, first, when I started,
Listener 207 says other than the technical difficulties earlier today you are coming in clear, except for the fog.
no, that's okay. That's good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Yeah, I did. I started out vertical again today. That's another thing. I don't know why that's happening, but
Kim C says, is it foggy, misty, or a combination of both?
on the way up to the bakery, it was just foggy because I wasn't getting anything on the windshield. But yeah, now it seems to be a little bit of both. Although I was in my car on the way up to the bakery, so I had the Rain-X on there. I don't know if that does anything for mist or not, but I did have Rain-X on my windshield of my car. I should do it on this van too. My phone seems to want to start up in vertical mode. And I don't.
Kim C says good morning, at Susaner 207.
Rosie is a little loud. She's a little boisterous this morning. Turn her down a little bit. Settle down back there. Settle down back there.
Kim C says how many stops today? At Susaner 207 says good morning at Mukim C.
2 stops today. We've got Lenny's and What a Day. And I have them both in the van. So we have the donut circle. Yeah, it's definitely a little more misty now than it was earlier. I think it's supposed to just be cloudy today. Showers in the evening sometime. And then cloudy tomorrow and Sunday. But Monday and Tuesday looks sunny and warm. I think 70 is kind of warm, which would just be amazing.
C says for some reason, I am expecting a Christmas decoration cleanup on Monday and Tuesday if it does not rain.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, it's not going to rain over the weekend. It's going to be cloudy, and I think it won't be 70, but it might be in the 50s. So I don't know. I don't know if he'll go out on the weekend or wait till Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, I would agree. They look like the days they're the days I would do it if they were my decorations. Well, wait a minute. If they were my decorations, they would have been down probably by the 1st of January. I don't remember what the weather was like then, but I usually try to do it early. Lots of braking this morning. What's going on? I was saying this morning that John is he's been getting some good shots of planes flying over the roadway right as he's going by. Like there must be a sort of a highway kind of road. It's a busy road that runs next to the airport, and a couple in a row now he's had planes flying over right as he's passing under them. It's pretty cool looking.
Quincy says if they were your decorations, I would say the contest was rigged and you should be found guilty of insider trading.
Well, yeah, that's true. We couldn't make a contest out of it if it were mine. That's true. Man, these cars are flying in from the right. They are flying in from the right. That live streams. This is what I think we should try to do. We should try to find a pilot that live streams their flight, and we'd call them Flying Daily, and then we would need Flying Daily to fly into or out of the Raleigh Airport at the same time.
1561 says good morning all.
At the same time good morning. At the same time that Driving Daily is driving under it. So we would have Driving Daily flying under Flying Daily. That's what we need to do. That's the challenge. And they have to live stream, like they do one of those connection live streams, whatever they're called, where like two people are on the same screen. I wonder if there is a person out there called Flying Daily. If not, I want to grab that name. If you're a pilot. Of course, going back to a previous episode of our show, maybe Amelia Earhart could have started live streaming and Flying Daily, and then she wouldn't have been lost, because you'd know at least sort of what it looked like when she finished her live stream. Probably be easier to find.
Says yes, there is a nice roadway around RDU Airport and the planes can loom large in midair. There is a YouTube channel that live streams RDU planes landing and taking off.
Now that's,
At Mupin C
that's pretty
says
cool.
good morning. At Fredwagoner 1561.
That's cool. BWI has a place like that. BWI, which is the Baltimore Washington International Airport, has a little park where you can kind of sit and watch. They also have bike trails. I used to take my bike down there. They have bike trails that ride around the airport. Not in the airport, outside the airport, but it's not like you're riding your bike on the runway or anything. Oh look, I'm gonna need to get gas today. I just realized it. I saw the station this morning there was $3.49 a gallon this morning.
Mupin C says that reminds me to get out my mountain bike and get it ready for the spring and summer adventures.
That sounds like fun. Yeah. I don't know if my bike rack is gonna. I think it'll work for my new car. Do you have some good spots out there? Like we have trails. Some of them are even like the one around the airport that I was talking about. That most of that is paved. But then we have like old railway lines that aren't used anymore that they've cleared up. There's one that goes all the way up into Pennsylvania. I mean, that's not like super rough riding. You know, I mean, it's an old railroad path, so it's relatively flat. It's not like you're out in the wilderness.
C says there is the Panhandle Trail that goes from Pittsburgh and all the way to Washington, D.C.
Oh, wow. Is that running next to or near a waterway of some sort? Or is that a railroad thing? That would be a long ride. There's a guy at the door. Not gonna have to knock this morning. This is good. All right, let's get out there while he's there. Turn around. There you go. There you go. Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Mike.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good.
Happy Friday.
Same to you.
Thank you, sir. You what?
Today, I'm nobody here. And
Oh,
not to say, but it's good. I come back.
yeah. I went a little light on the Danishes today. I don't know why. Said somebody different called in the order. It's like half of their normal Danish number. All right, I'll be right back. All right, have a good day. Thanks, you too. We gotta wash this fan. Well, I guess we'll wait till.
Jones 5862 says morning Craig.
Hey, good morning, Reed. Follows waterways and fan. Okay. So Mookie, that trail you're talking about is probably pretty level most of the way, I would assume. See, I can ride forever on a trail like that. It's a little hazy. Let's wait this a little bit. It's not going to last very long. gonna use the windshield wipers one time. It's gonna be.
King C says it follows waterways and abandoned railroad lines.
That's the one. The one I'm thinking of here is a railway. Railway. Clean this off. This is the culprit. Let's just do a full detailing job right here in front of Lenny's. All right. All right. It's good for a minute. Somewhere I guess Lenny's is cooking bacon right now, and it smells amazing outside of the van right now. If you like bacon. If you don't like bacon, this would be a horrible experience right now. Maybe I'll figure out how I could live stream while I'm riding my bike. I don't know how I do the camera though. I mean, that's more of a GoPro kind of thing. I do have a thing to hold the camera on my head though. It looks...
King C says you are good at vehicle repair. Not quite starter replacement level, but still not too shabby.
Yeah, I lifted up the windshield wiper. I mean, that was pretty big. Oh, I did hear John. So I kind of, when I go back and look, I mean, I can't look at, I don't even remember how long his drive was yesterday, but like, you can never catch up because you can't watch 7 or 8 hours of somebody's life. If you miss it, you miss it sometimes. But I do kind of scan through it, and there was a moment, aside from the plane, which I thought was pretty cool, there was a moment when he was talking about fixing cars, and he mentioned that I guess his daughter helped him fix he didn't do the axles, he did some kind of bearing thing maybe? I don't remember the name of it. Wheel bearing? Does that sound right? I think it was the wheel bearings. If it isn't, just pretend that it was. So she must have
207 says you could strap the Starlink to your back and you could mount the camera on your helmet.
I could. Well, I could actually put the car, I have a rack thing on the back of my bike. I could probably just lay it on that. That might work. That might work, actually. But during John's live stream, he said, he was like telling people that his daughter had helped him with the car repair, and then he mentioned
says probably a wheel hub that contains a bearing.
Okay, that's probably what it was then. But he was like, all right guys, so there's like no excuse. He basically laid down a challenge that we should all be able to at least do these little minor things that he does. Like I couldn't change a wheel bearing. I could change a tire. I can change oil, stuff like that. But no, I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to do a starter or a wheel bearing. The result wouldn't be good. Oh, what? Did you see that camera? That I think it was. Oh, you know what? A car went flying by. Did you see that on the left? The car went flying by, and it was driving so fast that I don't think that speed camera caught it. I think that flash was well after the car went by. We get that ticket though. If I got a picture of my car or my van and we get a ticket, I'm going to use this footage and say, no, it wasn't me. Watch this car fly by. These people are driving weird out here this morning.
Jones 5862 says morning Mookie.
The traffic out here this morning is making me.
Team C says I think that John thinks everyone is mechanically inclined. However, there are some people that should never be around hand or power tools.
Yeah, it's true.
Team C says good morning to you. At Reed Jones 5862 is it Friday morning for you?
Yesterday felt like Friday to me. Look, there's a boot. All right, so there are two boots in the road. They're about 50 feet apart. They're the same boot though. No, we're not going to do a boot challenge. But anyway, there was a boot in the road. Did you see it? And there were actually two of them. One was a little further back. And they're both sitting up, just like, like perfectly upright. They were not laying on their side. It's like somebody just stepped out of it and kept going. And they stepped out of one, and then about 100 feet later, they stepped out of the other. And it's a boot, not a shoe. It's a boot. The great boot watch. getting more misty.
Team C says those boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do.
Yeah, but right now they're I imagine you've lost me for a little bit. Could be back right now. One day we're going to look back and say, oh my goodness, do you remember when Starlink used to get spotty when you were in a heavily wooded area? Because that used to be the case with XM radio. When you had to ride around with an antenna or on your head. I had an antenna for my head. Find it. I want to find it. Showing everybody how it was when XM radio first came out. It was originally XM and Sirius were two separate companies.
Active says, have you ever seen Starlink cross the sky? At Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says, or we might look back and say, wow, do you remember Starlink?
True.
Team C says lower resolution due to signal strength and the woods and fog is making this look like a scene from a thriller movie.
So
Activionet says, I saw it once when I was in Colombia. It looked cool.
I haven't seen it. Like, I probably have seen it, but I didn't know I was looking at it, like I would imagine, because I do notice... What's everybody doing? I do notice stuff in the sky, but I can't say... I can't say I've seen it and known that I was looking at it. Now, it is foggy, so...
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says, thank goodness it's not a full moon anymore. At Team C says, good morning. Activionet and at Cameron's Ways Double Hazy.
Oh, she speeded up. She talked a little fast there. Hopefully the video comes. Like right now, we're having mist on the windshield, fog. So those two issues are not helping the video quality either. But yesterday was awful, guys. For those of you who were on yesterday's video, I apologize because that video was just trash. I don't know what the deal was. I think my phone was connected to my other phone instead of the Starlink. That's how bad it was yesterday. And nobody said anything. I said earlier I was talking about that, and I said, you guys are too nice.
Sean White says, morning. At Sean White says,
Hey,
I
Sean.
am dashing now, obey. At Gigionet says, hi at Mookie. At Reed Jones 5862 says, yes, it's Friday morning near Mookie. At Sean White says, I am dashing now, will be live when Craig is done. At Reed Jones 5862 says, hey Sean, what are you doing up this early law? At Mookie C
He's
says,
out there
good morning.
already.
At Sean White. At Sean White says, the problem is you did not have cookies. At Cameron's Ways Double
that could
Hazy
be-
says, look,
That
I
could be
come
part of
here
the
for a
problem.
high quality live stream. Get your act together.
I know. I mean, and then I couldn't get the dumb thing to go out of vertical. Like when I first started, you would have thought it was the first time I ever live streamed. It was like I'm riding along And
It says now I feel like I need to go back and watch yesterday's video.
no, don't look at it. It's embarrassing. It's so bad I wasn't going to post it. Like when you finish live streaming, you have to hit it.
It says no thumbnail today either, law.
I know. Well, that was another. So it started out this morning. I had a thumbnail, but when it started, it didn't look right to me. Like the menu and the viewers and all that stuff was off to the side. I thought this doesn't look right, so I looked at it on my phone, and it was vertical again. I don't know why it's doing that. It's 2 days in a row. But so I had to restart.
Jones 5862 says lol early morning grind, Sean.
Yeah, you're out early. Get in the morning. Get in the morning crowd.
Sean White says early bird gets the worm.
I like that Home Depot run you had the other day. That was pretty cool. So with some catering orders, do you have to actually go in and set it all up?
5862 says today should be a good day, Sean.
Should be.
Sean White says yes, but that one was supposed, but they weren't ready, so you win.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Just throw it in a cart, take it in. See, that's the type of delivery I don't do for the bakery, which are usually deliveries during the day. Would be like a catering, like where they're going and taking a cake and other items to a wedding or something like that, setting it up at a wedding. I would be really paranoid carrying like this big wedding cake in to a reception hall. You don't want to drop that.
Ways Double Hazy says that would add a whole new level of suspense.
It would. It definitely would. Oh my goodness. I mean, those cakes can be very, well, I think they go in several pieces and they actually put it together. You know what I mean? Like they stack them up and do all that when they get there, I think. But
Wagowner 1561 says, hey Sean. PC says, do you get advanced notice about a catering delivery so you can make plans? At Sean White.
well, do they come in like a regular order? Yeah, that's a good question. Do they come in like any other order? Let's see what the gas is here. All right, so that gas is
Sean
$3.45.
White says yes day or night before but occasionally say ma'am. At Ob Sean White says sup Fred.
Yeah, so it looks like the prices here in Maryland for gas are up in the 340 range, 340, 345, something like that. It's another 30 cents.
Jones 5862 says gas went up by a lot. At Mukim C says I heard that catering deliveries can give you a good bang for the buck.
Yeah, the catering seems like that. Plus, the package deliveries look like they're pretty straightforward too. They take a while, right? Like the packaging ones can be hours.
Sean White says 51.48 for 30 minutes for that order. At Ob Sean White says yeah 2 to 5
Wow.
hours for
All right,
packages.
all right.
At Mukim C says wow, nice.
See, that guy flashes lights at me because I didn't go fast enough. I was listening. I was listening to the chat. Having some coffee, listening to my friends talk. Can't be bothered with a green light. I was going to go over to the other lane, but I'm going to have to stop anyway. Fog is getting thicker up here. It's above us still a little bit. high it's going to go. You think we'll see $4? I think they're going to come open the door. That's my gut's telling me that. I'm giving them 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, they opened the door. Beautiful. What are they getting today? 100 something, right? 108 donuts today. Let's drop these off. We have a customer that's in here every day. Very loyal customer. Good morning. See, I always wait and see if you're. I always wait to see if you see me.
Yeah.
Today I was doing a countdown. I got to 4. I went like, and you opened the door at 4. Oh. All right, guys. Have a good day. I have to stop and get some gas. So let me run back in here real quick. Guys, back. Stay right there. Here we go. Seatbelts. Everybody got their seatbelt on? Let's do this. There's another little colorful van. It's just like us.
Team C says I wish that Waze or Google Maps would give you a weather radar map along with turn-by-turn navigation. So you could see the location of storms or weather warnings.
Yeah, that would be good to like combine the weather and the traffic. Weather, traffic, and road conditions. Well, you know, more and more cars have cameras on them these days. Like, I would think that would be something they could probably incorporate. I wonder how fog affects self-driving cars. Like, what if they're one of those super dense? They might actually see better than a person. You know, the situations where you're driving along and all of a sudden it's so dense you can't even see 20 feet ahead of you.
Owner 1561 says hope everyone has a great day today. I need to get ready to head out and do some door dashing.
All right, Fred, have a good day. Enjoy your Friday. Drive safe.
Sean White says good luck, Fred. Team C says take care, at Fredwagoner 1561. Jones 5862 says see ya, Fred.
It's getting warm in this van. Man, we need some sunny weather. You had some really great weather, Sean, the other day. It was rainy and yucky here. Looking out my house window, it was yucky. You were riding around in bright sunshine. You still got the snow, though, on the street.
Tom White says yesterday, today raining.
Raining. Is it warming up there?
Tom White says supposed to hit 60 next week.
Good. That's good. Yeah, I think we're going to be 70. That's probably this. I think Monday and Tuesday. Super warm days.
Janet says I'm ready for some warm weather. Bring on the spring.
It's coming. It's coming. We're going to prove the groundhog wrong. Yeah, when we go uphill a little bit, the fog gets much more dense. This light makes me nervous. I don't know what it is about that intersection. I always feel like I should be ready to prepare for somebody to turn in front of me.
C says I think I am going to get rid of an old box spring and mattress and get one of those memory foam mattresses that sit on a platform and don't use a box spring. What do you sleep on?
I still have the box spring and a mattress. But I do think I think a lot of people and like it, I think. Like you can basically order it and it just comes to your house, right? Like rolled up. There's no shortage of mattress stores around. I don't understand that either. Like I don't understand why there are so many mattress stores. It's probably a whole nother conversation, but I don't. There's something weird about that. And they're always going out of business, although they really aren't.
Team C says yes. It is vacuum packed.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. You don't even have to go out. I mean, it's easy to transport that way. I like very firm mattress though. Like I don't know how that. I mean, maybe they are. Maybe you have that option with the memory foam. But I don't like mushy mattresses. Has anybody ever slept on a waterbed? Are they a thing anymore? Do people still buy them? I house sat for a coworker who was. She and her family were vacationing, and I was watching her dog.
Team C
And
says I think you can get different foam densities.
yeah, maybe so. There might be a foam density that would work for me. But yeah, so I was house sitting because she had a dog, and so I was really dog sitting, I guess. But so I slept on a waterbed, and I was not a fan really of waterbeds. It was a very strange sensation. People are moving pretty good, aren't they? They're flying by.
C says I remember that my mother wanted a water bed, but my father served in the Navy and he said he was retired from life on the waves.
That was probably a smart move. What's that other bed? There's another popular bed. I think it's super expensive. You know, the ones where like it's different firmness on each side. You can have your own firmness. Sleep setter? Sleep setter? Sleep something? Sleep setter. It sounds right, but I don't know.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says sleep number. It was
Number.
just to your left.
Oh, it was really? That's funny. I didn't see it. But yeah, sleep number, that's the one.
At Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says you could literally see the store in the shot.
Oh my goodness. I was looking at Popeyes. I was pretty focused on Popeyes at the moment. I might have to make that my thumbnail for the day just to emphasize sleep number. All right, let's see if we can survive the gas station canopy.
Team C says I don't think they sell many Craftmatic adjustable beds anymore.
Oh yeah, that was another one. That was almost like a hospital bed, wasn't it? All right, guys, here we go. I'll be back. All right, guys, let me. Because they're taking up my check the video spot. I feel pretty good about it though. Maybe now I'm back. I don't know. My phone's doing weird stuff. All right. Yes, I saw some chat pop up, so I must be back. Now we just got to get Rosie back on it. What's she doing? I definitely need to carry some cookies with me. The lady at the gas station, she's my favorite gas station attendant. She was, what's going on? seen the little. I've seen words flash up in my peripheral vision. I'm not hearing anything. What's going on? Let's see what's going on with Rosie. Try something. Reconnect this. All right, I'm trying to wake up Rosie.
Team C says contest check time.
There we go.
Team C says I miss Rosie.
Rosie, I don't know what happened. Rosie fell asleep. Wouldn't it be funny if this guy watches the live stream? He's just playing with us. He's trying to figure out who his favorite contestant is. I see taillights ahead of us. It looks like a Tesla. I can name that car in 2 taillights. All right, we're almost there. Slow down. Oh, yep, still there. No change. Oh, there's a reindeer that fell over. Did you see that? It's starting to look like a war scene.
Team C says Craig, name the car. At New Team C says Craig, name the car.
Oh, now she's talking to. Oh no! Oh no! I wonder if what I did is going to make her. Somebody type something. Let's see if she reads it twice. I think she's going to read everything twice now for the. And I don't know how to fix
Cameron's
that.
Ways Double Hazy says Rudolph down. Rudolph down.
Okay.
At Cameron's Ways Double
Oh,
Hazy says Rudolph
no!
down. Rudolph down.
Oh, she's going to repeat everything you guys say. She's going to say it twice, and I don't know how to stop her. So, fortunately, I'm just warning you now. Everything that you type, she's going to read twice. Because it's her fault. It's totally her fault because I thought she was asleep. So I hit the button to say reconnect, but it just reconnected and
Team
added.
C says this will not become annoying. At New Team C says this will not become annoying. At Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says she's making up for her downtime. At Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says she's making up for her downtime.
Oh my
At Paula
gosh.
6448 says good morning everyone.
Good
At
morning.
Paula 6448 says good morning everyone. At Auction White says not ready mine why. At Auction White says not ready mine why.
Oh, Hala, this just started. Rosie's reading everything twice. It's sort of my fault because I restarted her, but she was slacking. She didn't read something for a while, and I thought she was disconnected, but apparently she wasn't. So now she's reading everything twice. But imagine this. when I was first function, I had somebody working with me, and she would type something, and it wasn't working. At one point,
White says Craig is hitting on gas station attendant. Now bring them Kukia. At Option White says Craig is hitting on gas station attendant. Now bring them Kukia. At Mookin C says good morning. At Hollis 6448. You don't have to tell me that twice. At Mookin C says good morning. At Hollis 6448. You don't have to tell me that twice. At Hollis 6448 says Pete and repeat we're in a boat. Pete fell out. Who is left? At Hollis 6448 says Pete and repeat we're in a boat. Pete fell out. Who is left? At Option White says L. At Option White says L. At Option White says O. At Option White says O. At Option White says L. At Option White says L.
Oh my gosh. I had her up to 4 times once. While I was trying to figure this whole thing out a long time ago, and I didn't think it was working. It got to 4 times, and I stopped.
6448 says now I know why it's called Craycray. At Hollis 6448 says now I know why it's called Craycray. Hollis 6448 says Craycray. At Hollis 6448 says Craycray.
Actually, you only have to say Cray once.
At Hollis 6448 says Craycray. At Hollis 6448 says Craycray.
Oh my goodness. You could just say Cray and she'll say Cray. Oh my goodness. No, if this was the beginning of the run, I'd probably pull over and do something, but we're too close to the end. Oh my gosh.
Hollis 6448 says it's like the song Double Vision. Hollis 6448 says it's like the song Double Vision.
I should have set this up on Groundhog's Day. Oh.